So I'd like to call to order this regular council meeting of the town of Saugeen Shores, and again remind you of your responsibility. If you have a pecuniary interest, you can declare it at any time. There's no additions, deletions, or amendments, and adoption of minutes. So it's been moved by Councillor Grace and seconded by Councillor Dave Mayette that the council adopt the minutes of the council meeting of October the 23rd, 2017 as presented. Any errors or omissions? All in favor? That's carried. The next item is Committee of the Whole minutes, and it's been moved by Councillor Grace, seconded by Councillor Minaj, that council note and file the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting of October the 23rd, 2017 as presented. Any errors? All in favor? Opposed? That's carried. So, now we have Environmental Services and Transportation Report, and it's been moved by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau, seconded by Councillor Rich, that Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores adopts the Environmental Services and Transportation Report dated October the 23rd, 2017, recommending that the town staff notify Ontario Clean Water Agency and indicate that the town does not wish to automatically extend the existing services agreement that expires December 2018 for a 5-year term, but instead that it wishes to negotiate a 1-year extension to December 2019. Councillor Minaj.
It crossed my mind, Mr. Mayor, that it's a process. I believe it's a process call. However, if they were to, I forgot what the answer was. If they were to say no, thank you, we're moving on, and we've decided to move on, where would that leave us?
It would leave us looking for another operator. And there are other operators available.
Okay, so there are many other operators available?
Not many, but there are some that are in our communities or close to our communities. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? All in favor? Opposed, if any? That's carried. The next item is Community Services and Parks Recreation Report, and it's been moved by Councillor Mike Myatt, seconded by Councillor Madison, that Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores adopts the Community Services, Parks and Recreation Report dated October the 23rd, 2017, recommending that staff proceed with obtaining a price for the retrofitting of Jubilee Ball Diamond No. 2 backfield, with results to be presented at the December 5th budget meeting for Council's consideration, and further that staff also prepare a pricing for the installation of one additional lighted ball diamond for Beaner Ball Complex, with costing to be presented at the December 5th budget meeting. Questions? All in favor? Opposed, if any? That's carried. So, now we have the next item are bylaws, and the first one is to authorize an agreement with Jamie Taylor for stand-up paddleboard business. It's been moved by Councillor Rich, seconded by Deputy Mayor Charbonneau, that Bylaw 89-2017, being a bylaw to authorize an agreement with, Jamie Taylor, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed and sealed this 13th day of November 2017. Questions? All in favor? Opposed? That's carried. The next item is stop up and close Street B on Block 25 3M-184. So it's been moved by Councillor Minaj, seconded by Councillor Grace, that Bylaw 90-2017, being a bylaw to stop up and close to public travel Street B on Plan 3M-184, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed and sealed this 13th day of November 2017. Questions to this motion or bylaw? All in favor then? Opposed, if any? That's carried. Next item is appointment of acquire Part 4, some land on the blind line. It's been moved by Councillor Madison and seconded by Councillor Mike Myatt that Bylaw 91-2017, being a bylaw to acquire Part 4, 3R 9715, being a part of the blind line, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed and sealed this 13th day of December 2017. Questions? Councillor Dave Mayette.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Presumably this was talked about at regular council, is it, or in committee of the whole previously, or not? Is this the first time we've seen this one? Okay. I did send a question in, and it was answered today. Is that the background for this was there's a new owner to this piece of land. The blind line's familiar to me. It's right around the corner from where I live, and that this new owner has bought the land, and his lawyer has recommended that he not be an owner of a piece of traveled road. So they've decided to sever off that chunk which encompasses the road out front. But does that mean that the rest of that road, in the different pieces that are belonging to the properties that abut to that road, is also owned by a bunch of different people, it being a non-assumed road?
There is some pieces that are owned by the private property owners, and some that the town, some that was given to the town. So
as
you go farther,
change hands, they typically they would go through the same conclusion that they need to sever off this piece of land so that they don't own a piece of road?
Well, that would be up to the individual buyer. I mean, we've got lots of locations throughout here where we have land on private property.
Roads on private property?
Sorry, yeah, roads on private property that the town doesn't own. So it's up to the individual property owner. But
I see. So when we're traveling on the blind line, then we're essentially trespassing on people's land?
No, it's, if you read the report, like that road was built by the municipality, so we have a right to the road. It just means that the traveled portion of the road, and I think Linda can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but beyond that, we don't have any rent for widening or, it's just the traveled portion of the road that you continue to have that right, even though you don't own the property.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, is that pretty close, isn't it? Thank you.
It's somewhat clear.
Yeah, well, I know we've had a number of issues around in different spots over the years, and this is really, I mean, it's nice to have this cleared up, because if we want to do some upgrades to the road, we now own the road, we can now maintain it without, and the ditches. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? All in favor? That's carried. So the next item then is another bylaw, and it's to appoint a senior building and plumbing inspector. And so it's been moved by Councillor Mike Myatt and seconded by Councillor Don Madison that Bylaw 92-2017, being a bylaw to appoint Josh Plantz as a senior building plumber inspector for the Corporation of the Town of Saugeen Shores, is hereby read a first, second, and third time and finally passed and sealed this 13th of November, 2017. Any questions to this motion or bylaw? All in favor? Opposed, if any? That's carried. So the next one is appointment of a chief financial officer, and it's been moved by Vice Deputy Mayor Huber, seconded by Councillor Minaj, that Bylaw 93-2017, being a bylaw to appoint Sue Murray as the chief financial officer for the Corporation of the Town of Saugeen Shores, hereby read a first, second, and third time, finally passed and sealed this 13th day of November 2017. Any questions? Vice Deputy Mayor Huber.
Through you, could the CAO just make a couple of comments about this person, because it's a pretty key position for the municipality?
Sure. Thank you very much. We're very fortunate to be hiring Sue Murray as our Chief Financial Officer. She's a certified accountant and has many years of private sector experience. Formerly a manager of finance and a director for the Grey Bruce Health Unit. We'll be starting on November the 20th.
Both of these. Two great additions to our staff here in both Josh and Sue, and they'll serve the community well. So, any further questions? All in favor? Carried. Last one is, there's two of them. Adjournment, yeah. So it's been moved by Councillor Dave Mayette, seconded by Councillor Grace, that Bylaw 94-2017, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the Council of the Town of Saugeen Shores, is hereby read a first, second, and third time, finally passed and sealed this 13th day of November 2017. All in favor? Carried. And it's been moved by Councillor Minaj, seconded by Councillor Grace, that this regular council meeting of November the 13th, 2017, hereby adjourned at 9:55 p.m. All in favor? We're adjourned.